Architecture is the practice of designing and constructing buildings. Geometry is a branch of mathematics concerned with shapes, lines, and angles.
Geometry and architecture have long been related. Geometry has helped the progression of architecture in various different ways since its inception of architecture. And in this video, we'll explore key buildings in architectural history and how different geometrical formulas contributed to them. In our first building / structure, we'll be looking at a very early and important structure, Stonehenge.
As one of the earliest examples of human construction, Stonehenge is historically a very important site. It is also an early example of geometry, with the planners using square and circle geometry to create a 56-sided polygon. To help construct the outer layer of Stonehenge, other polygons were used in the inner layers, with an octagon and two 30-sided polygons as well.
Now moving on to our second structure, the Parthenon in Athens. This building is a classic example of another geometrical formula, the golden ratio. The golden ratio means that two amounts are in the golden ratio if their ratio is the same as the ratio of their sum to the larger of the two amounts. The Pantheon describes this by its facade.
Our third building is the Taj Mahal, which incorporates different geometrical formulas. One of them is the golden ratio, also used in the Parthenon, which was used in this particular case in the design of the main building, which housed a tomb. The external rectangles are set of the design of the building are also ordered the golden proportion, and the main building is in the shape of a polygon, an octagon.
The Eiffel Tower is a perfect example of geometry, used for utility in architecture, rather than aesthetics. The shape of the tower is very close to a square pyramid, one of the strongest 3D shapes. Furthermore, the Eiffel Tower is composed of many triangular supports, which are the strongest shapes for building throughout the structure.
Now for our final structure, we have a seemingly generic office block in the form of the United Nations headquarters in New York. It may not look like much, but the building still contains a geometrical formula in the form of the golden ratio. This building truly shows that geometry is suddenly everywhere in architecture and makes architecture possible on a whole.
As you can see, architecture would simply not be possible without geometry or any form of math. Math makes everything possible.
But what would happen if the architects didn't use maths? Let's use the Eiffel Tower as an example. The carefully measured steel rods, down to 1/10 of a millimeter in some parts, make sure that the tower retains its exact angle, so it can support its own weight. Without the careful measurement, the angles of the tower would be all messed up, and the tower would collapse, resulting in hundreds of fatalities, as it is a popular tourist attraction, and a massive rebuilding cost, if they ever plan to rebuild it, that is.
Here we have two structures, one designed well and another, its angles measured incorrectly. When you apply weight on the side of the straight structure, nothing happens. However, when you apply weight on the structure which was measured incorrectly, it will fall. Therefore proving that math is extremely important and that it can make everything possible.